Hello best friend and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fabulous day. If this is the first time you're watching my channel, my name is Sebastian and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do pop culture videos every day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. Grab a snack and a drink. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd be so grateful. You guys, we have to talk about an old clip that is making its rounds once again of Kanye West. And I found it so interesting. You know, there's so much talk about the Kardashians all the time, especially about Kris Jenner and how she's so involved in everybody's business. And also that there's this like Kardashian curse that, you know, really does not allow them to be fully happy and in love, that their men always end up not great. Well, let's watch this clip of Kanye West talking about Kris Jenner and then we can talk.
The reason why I get, really frustrated with Kris Jenner is she says losing Rob Kardashian was the greatest mistake of her life, but she never gave Kim's hand over in marriage, because this is the bottom line. When me and Kim met, we were millionaires or whatever, right? You're telling me you just hand her hand over in marriage, that your daughter's not successful? Handing your hand over in marriage too. But no, she had to still be the husband to all of her daughters. And we see what the results are consistently. So that's where I get, frustrated.
So, you know, first of all, I have to say that I find it very interesting that, you know, he's basically saying, for those who maybe didn't understand, because I had to see it a bunch of times and read some comments until I fully understood, but he's basically saying that even though that they were married, Kris Jenner was so heavily involved in every decision, in everything, that it was like three of them in a relationship. That's how I kind of, I deciphered it. I don't know if that's a fucking word either. Here I am making fucking words, bitch. Okay, Webster 2.0. But, you know, that's what I got from it. I think it's very important to say that Kris Jenner, I mean, if you watch since the very beginning, Kris Jenner has always been very involved. She has always been very on top of it. She's everybody's manager. She gets the 10-15% from everybody. And you know what? As a manager, I do believe she's done a great job in forcing the Kardashians down our throats and in having 5,000 businesses for each of them. So, I mean, she's definitely made bank. Two of her daughters are billionaires, you know? So, love it or hate them, damn, right? But I think it can also get very annoying that, you know, even if you're married, you have your mom there, not only as your mom, but as your manager, guiding you, telling you what to do, you know, telling you no to things, sort of just always being in your thing. And one thing about Kanye West is that he was also very heavily involved in Kim Kardashian. I mean, everybody, credits him for Kim Kardashian's transformation in fashion, and how she puts herself out there in her, he sort of like, made her over, if you will. Because definitely before Kanye, she was a very different person. And so I feel like he is also very controlling and he wants things his way. So I think that for Kris to have somebody like Kanye, it wasn't really good for her, because Kim Kardashian was listening a lot to Kanye instead of Kris. And I think that also caused a lot of, commotion and drama within the family. And obviously, that is never going to end well. And at the end of the day, Kim Kardashian is in the middle, like, what the fuck do I do? I mean, do I go with my husband? Do I go with my mom? Like, what the fuck do I do? But I have to say, I feel like when you're in a relationship, right, and you are in a relationship, plus you work together in a business side, I think it's very tricky, because I think relationships are work as well. I think that there is things that have to go in a successful relationship for it to work. And I also think that when you mix love and business, sometimes it really does go south, So I think that one of the things that maybe Kim should not have done is give him so much power from the very beginning. Although, a lot of people say if it was not for Kanye, Kim wouldn't be as big as she is now. Because yes, she was a millionaire. Yes, she was Kim Kardashian. But when he came, she went into Vogue. She did Met Gala. She, all of these huge things that obviously, is pretty big for her. So, you know, I feel like also Kris Jenner definitely has been very heavily involved in everybody's relationship to the point where it really never does work out. I mean, you have Khloe Kardashian, you know, obviously I don't think we can blame Kris Jenner for a lot of that. I think that Lamar and Tristan both, you know, had their own demons that they have to work on. And, you know, I think that definitely having such a strong, I guess, business-minded family, when you're not doing so great, or when you are doing great, I'm talking now about Rob Kardashian or Scott Disick and stuff, I think that definitely does put, you know, a strain in your relationship. But do I think that Kris Jenner is like the one with the curse? I think, you know what it is, and I really do mean this, I think that this family is definitely obsessed with money. They're obsessed with power. They're obsessed with money, with power, with fame, with you know, just this life that they have built for themselves. I definitely think they're obsessed with it. So they, you know, Kris Jenner's not going to want anyone to fuck it up for them, you know. So I think, obviously, I'm not, you know, I'm not saying this, or I mean, I'm not, this is just my opinion, you know. If you really think about it, Kourtney and Travis, since they got together, Kourtney doesn't really do a lot of appearances with the sisters. And Khloe and Kim are doing more appearances and they're going out more and stuff because Kris Jenner obviously wants them to still be in the public eye. But Kourtney has always chosen her private life, you know, versus the spectacle, right? Then you have the alleged publicity stunts with Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet. You have, you know, Kendall Jenner with My Ex-Boyfriend Bad Bunny. So it's just sort of like, you know, it's a little bit difficult, I think, that when you have such strong-minded, power-obsessed people around you who are not going to let anybody fuck it up for them, you know. And I do believe that Kris Jenner will not allow any man to come into the mix who is going to, you know, want you to think another way or want you to take a, you know, scale back a little bit, you know. I don't think that, you know. And because we haven't seen it, none of these girls have stepped back except Kourtney. And she has really stepped back, right? She's still in the show, she's still doing her thing, but she has chosen family over the power, the money, the spectacle, the, you know, the whatever. So it's very curious. And then this like curse, you know, the famous Kardashian curse. I think that the curse goes down to two things. I think one thing is that I think they're so, like I said, business minded that maybe they just don't have what it takes to fully give themselves to love, because they have fully given themselves to money, to power, to their businesses. So I think that they're lacking that sort of love knowledge that allows them to be in a successful relationship, if that makes sense. Because their soul, their mind, and their heart is over here with the money, with the power, with the fame, right? So I think that's the curse in itself. I think the curse in itself is they're obsessed with money and power, and that does not allow them to see clear of how to be in a successful love relationship. I don't know, bitch. I am not Dr. Phil or Dr. Oz, but you know, maybe I'm a little bit Oprah inside. But that's just what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm so incredibly grateful, thankful, and just so happy for our community. Thank you for all your love. Thank you for all your support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.